Hey guys, so I have to change my oil on the CRV now, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to empty the contents of the Civic's oil change into this container, which is empty, and then I can see how much there is inside of it. It's 3.5 liters exactly, so let's see what comes out. So as you can see, that's my oil change bucket. I know it's makeshift, but anyways, that's gonna go inside there, and I'm gonna measure it. Anyway, said 3.5 liters. That's the engine oil capacity, and that's supposed to be how much is in there. If I'm getting fuel dilution, then that means I will have a over 3.5 liters. So let's see how much there is.
All right, so hopefully I don't make a mess. I did this last time and it worked out, so hopefully I don't make a mess. So far so good, just a few drops on the side there, but not a big deal. So all of it is in there, you know, within reason. There's a little bit left, but not bad anyway. Wipe around the area and I will give you guys a measurement. Hard to see where that is, but looks like it's right there. Let me let that settle a little bit. Right about there. So it's a little bit above actually. And you guys know I did put some Marvel Mystery Oil in there. So that might be, you know, contributing a little bit, but certainly it is a little bit high. So I am still getting a little bit of fuel dilution for the record. All right, so the level is about here, okay? Close to 4 liters. Supposed to be right here. All right, so I have about half a liter of fuel dilution. Some of it is Marvel Mystery Oil, and it's possible that I overfilled it a little bit, right? Because I was using only the dipstick to fill it up, right? So what do you guys think? Is that a lot of fuel dilution? That is about 6,000 kilometers worth of driving in the Honda Civic 1.5T. You guys let me know. I guess so the saga continues. The positive is that I get to make videos on this fuel dilution thing and document it for you guys who are interested. The negative is that I'm still getting some fuel dilution. So I'm just gonna continue monitoring and see if that's what I'll be getting in the CRV, because I'm changing the CRV oil right now. Right, so I went for a 10-15 minute run there, and the engine should be pretty hot up to temperature anyway. And as you can see, the oil is pretty clean, just because it's fresh oil that it just changed. And then here is where baseline is gonna be. Really hard to see, but see that? It's actually right at the line. Right below the line, actually. You see that? Right below the line. So the amount of oil I've been putting in is actually, it goes up a little bit above, right? So that means I've been putting a little bit more oil in, which is fine. I would actually rather have a little bit too much oil in there, as in a little bit over full, like if it's 3.5, I have 3.6 or 3.7, just because there's basically extra oil in there, right? It doesn't damage the engine until you have way over, like by a liter, pretty much, right? Because that's when there's a certain amount of room that the engine can have
over, right? So like 200 cc or whatever is not going to make a huge difference, right? So anyways, I am probably going to add a little bit more oil in there because, let me do it again. So I'd rather have it a little bit over the full line rather than be too low. Let's see, okay, focus.
Yeah, so it is actually below the full line by a tiny bit. Let's say about a millimeter or so. Yeah, so I'm gonna add a little bit more, and then that will be my baseline. All right, so there you go.
All right, so there's this is a 500 milliliter bottle, so I have about 200 milliliters in there, so that's 200 cc, right? And that's what I'm going to be putting into the crankcase right now, and that will be my, you know, sort of quote unquote extra oil to get me to baseline, and which will be a little bit over the top line, and that's what I want my baseline to be. So pour that in slowly. So that's 200 cc. So in essence, I have about 3.6 liters in here. All right, so 3.6 liters.